This is Leela. So now in this video we will learn about the custom events with the output. So that what is then custom events with an output? For example, let's say that now in the previous video we have learned how we can send the data from parent to child. So that is achievable using the input property. Now here let's say that this is our parent component and here this app counter is a child component. Why? Because we are using inside the app component. Now we are sending the counter variable or the counter value which is present in the parent component to the child component, and this one we can receive it through the input property. In the same scenario, if you want to send the data from child to parent and if you want to capture the data in the parent, we will do it through the custom events. So that could be achieved through the output property. So let's try to check this one. So here the Angular components. So now I will create a new example, something like ng gc what I will do is panel. So I will create a panel component. Let's try to create it. So these are all just simple examples. So let it create. So here we have created a panel component. Now what we will try to do is, so let's go to our panel component, okay, and panel component.ts file. So here let's say that in our this one panel component.html, okay, where is this not profile panel, we should go to panel. Where is it? Yeah, I have opened these all the panels and all the things. Let's close all. So let's go to this panel component.ts and panels component.html file, and here I will create one div, okay, and here I will create a button, send data to parent. So now upon clicking on this button, so we need to send the data. So here we need to write an event of click event. So don't bother about this one. I will try to explain about this click events and all those things also. So click is equal to send data. Okay. So this is our event which we need to, this is a method which we will call. So now whenever we are using this button or whenever we are clicking on this button, so this send data method will be called. Now here let's try to create this send method. So send data, and here we need to send the data something like data from child. So this is the data which we need to send to the parent. Now how can I send it? So here we need to understand. So now for sending this one, what we'll use it, app component.html. Let's go to this app component.html, and here I need to use this app-panel, okay, app-panel. So this is the component which I am trying to use it, child component, and when we are trying to use it, app component.ts, let's go here, sorry, app component.ts, let's use it here, and in this one what I will try to do, what is that one? So panel component, right, panel component. So I am using this panel component. Done. Now let's try to see this panel component.ts is finished. Now here whenever we receive the data, I need to show that. So here received data, in our app component I will create a variable, received data is equal to empty from child, received data from child. So this is the variable which I am using it, and let's go to the panel app component.html. So whenever we have a data something like received data from child, then we need to show it, and here you can use ngif, okay, ngif received data from child. When this one is there, then we need to show it. So now when I click on this one data, so here the event will be fired. So if you try to see here in our panel component, let's try to alert it, okay, I am alerting it. Now if I try to refresh this page, so now we are able to get the alert. So that means this method is getting fired. Now somehow we need to send the data to the parent element, so that the parent element we need to add the data inside this variable name. So how we can, the parent component came to know that this we have clicked on this button, so which is present in the child component. So how we can do this? So Angular components can define a custom events. So we need to raise an event to the parent by assigning a new property to a new event emitter and adding the output decorator. So for this one what we can do it is, so here, so we need to use an output, okay, output decorator we need to use it, and here for this output decorator, so we can create something like data event. I will write something like data event. We are raising an event, right? So this should be an event emitter. So these are all custom events. So new event emitter, and what is the type of data you are trying to send it? So I am trying to send the string type of data, okay. Now here I will keep the bracket. So that's it. Now this data event, so now what we need to do it, so here we need to send this data, we need to emit this data. So whatever the thing we are trying to emit it, so whenever this method is fired, data event. Now here let's go to this app component, and here, so this is our app panel, right? So this one, the same method we need to use, and here data received, so this is the method which will get executed, and here this data received. So now whenever this method is fired, so this data received will be activated, this method will be executed. So here you need to write the data received. Okay, so that's it. Now let's go to the app component.ts. So now this is the data event. When we click on this button, we need to emit the data. So how we can emit the data? This dot data event dot emit of, so here I will be sending the value. Okay, so that's it. So now we are emitting the value. So here we need to emit method. So this is the emit method that is present exclusively in the event emitter, and this all should be imported from the Angular core. So Angular refers to the properties marked with the output decorator as outputs. You can use outputs to pass data to other components similar to the native browser events like a click event and all those things. These are something like a click events and all those things, but these are our custom events. So and also another thing which you need to importantly remember is Angular custom events do not bubble up the DOM. So that is one thing, and output names are case sensitive. So that is one thing which we need to understand. So now we have emitted the data, not only the primitive values, we can also emit the objects and arrays and all those things also, you can emit it, not a problem. And we need to capture this data. So how we can capture this data is, so here data received, we will receive in a special variable that is nothing but $event. So this is a reserved word, and in this data event, let's go to the app component, and here we will receive the data which is of type string. So we know that the data which we are trying to get received is a string. Now here I can write this dot received data from child is equal to data. So that's it. So now when I click on this one, automatically event will be generated, and here you will be able to see data from child. So this one is we are showing the data from the parent component. If you try to see here, so here from the remove child, from we are able to show this one. So this is how we can raise the event. We can raise the event from child to parent, or otherwise we can pass the data from child to parent components by using this output decorator. So that is one thing. And we can also use the alias name. So just similar like this, we can also use the alias names also. So for example, let's say that here we are having data event, right? Or otherwise you can also write in such a way that output child event. Okay, child event, you can write it. Now you need to refer this one using this child event, and here you need to call, instead of data event, you need to call the child event. That's it. So now if you click here also, there also it will work. So this is an alias. So just like the input decorator how you are using, you can also use the child event also. So similarly, what I can say is we can also whenever you are trying to use it, you can also specify these all the output decorators. So whatever the output decorators you are trying to use it, so in the outputs, so here you can write the outputs and what are the outputs you are trying to use it. So here we are trying to use the child event, right? So child event, you can use it, child event, or otherwise you can also use something like data event, which will be a alias for the child event. Okay, you can also use it like this. So in this way also you can use it. Oh sorry, okay, so in this way also you can use it, it's not a problem. So then also it will work. So like this we can use it. So you can specify here, okay, the outputs which we have seen it, like just like the inputs how you are specifying, just like that also you can use it. So this is one thing which I want to tell you. So value changed, now this is one thing which I want to tell you. Hope you understood about this concept and all those things. So if you have any doubts, I will try to commit this code first in a new branch, that is 9-video. So whoever may be having doubts or anything, so they can refer to this code. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, so these are all custom events, right? Custom event with output decorator. Okay. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.